tea, anyone? No? Okay, well, I'm gonna make myself some tea. Just give me one sec. So I have chamomile lavender mix, and then I have just chamomile. Hello my loves, it's Colby Cherie and I am back again with another video. And today we're gonna be having a little chat while I sip my chamomile tea. And I did one of these videos last year right before the year ended. It's literally been an entire year. I can't believe, I'm just like, where did the time go? Like, it's so crazy how fast time has gone. Like, I remember recording that last video of the lessons I learned in 2021. Like it was yesterday. It's just insane. I was in my last apartment, you know, I was 26, and now I can't believe here I am sitting in a new apartment at 27 years old in a new city, and it's already been a year. So much has happened, and I also have learned so much since then. So I want to share those things that I've learned with you guys, just like I did last year. I think I'm going to do this every year. I want to go back and reflect on the year that I've had and just talk about the lessons that I've learned throughout the year. So let's do it. Thank you guys for being here with me. Yeah, let's just sit down. Let's act like we're like on FaceTime or something and y'all are my homegirls or homeboys if you're watching and you're a guy, because we don't discriminate. Grab you some herbal tea. Let's get into the video, y'all. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get me to 2K. We're so close. Share this video. Tell your friends about the channel. Every like, comment, and subscribe helps the channel. One of the lessons I learned this year is that there is no health without mental health. Mental health is so important. And I'm glad that people are finally starting to realize that, even with myself. Like, throughout the years, people have never really thought so much into the importance of mental health, but it's so important, man. It's like if your mental health is not good, your whole life is not good. Literally, it's like you can't really do much without having like good mental health. Eventually, even though you may be able to like function and continue to like go through the motions, eventually you're gonna crack and it's just not gonna be good for you. So for an example for me is I realized that I was working out and doing all of these like physical things for my outer appearance and making sure that that was good, making sure that my health was good, but I actually was like simultaneously forgetting about my mental health, and it was literally deteriorating. By the time I realized that it was more than just working on the outside, my mental health was trash. And so I really started working on paying attention to my mind, really being strict about what I am allowing into my space, what I'm allowing into, even just as small as like what I'm listening to, music. I've cut out like a lot of rap music, or I've tried to within these past couple of like weeks, because a lot of the rap nowadays, it's just like, it's bad, and it just messes with me. Like, it messes with my soul, and so I kind of had to stray away from it. I've been very intentional about what I'm watching, what I'm listening to, what I'm reading, making sure that I'm reading books, self-help books, and just anything that'll help me take care of my mental health. And anything that is not good for my mental health, I cut it out. And I just started realizing that I literally cannot do anything or focus on anything until I get this right, my mind right. And so just paying attention to what I am feeding my mind, what I'm saying to myself, making sure that I'm speaking life into myself and life into people, because your words are so powerful. There is power in the tongue. I really have been trying to focus less on those negative thoughts, because those negative thoughts are gonna come. Like, that's just what it is. But it's the way that you respond to those negative thoughts. I have been really practicing allowing those negative thoughts to pop up in my head, but just not giving them any attention and not feeding into those negative thoughts and replacing it with positive ones has really helped me. It's helped my mental health. It wasn't until just recently that I realized that I was struggling with my mental health, because new things were happening, stuff was changing. I was walking into this new season of my life, this new environment, and I'm just like, I'm getting everything that I've been asking for. I'm manifesting all of these things, but why don't I feel happy? Why do I feel like I'm still struggling with something? What is it? And so I realized that it was my mental health. Your mental health impacts the quality of your life. I think that focusing on your mental health is one of the most powerful steps you can take. But some of the ways that I have been working on my mental health is exercising. Exercising is so good for your mental health. Like, it's nothing like getting out all of those emotions and the pain and the trauma and whatever it is that you're feeling, what you've experienced. It's nothing like taking that out in the gym and really putting your body through it, because you know you're gonna come out stronger. Cultivating healthy relationships has also helped. I don't have any toxicity in my life. I cut it out a long time ago, and it just makes such a huge difference. If you're not gonna help me level up, if you are not adding to my life, then you don't need to be in my life. And I have cut all ties that is anything outside of that. There's no room for toxicity here. Eating well, just eating like fruits and vegetables in general just makes you feel good. You feel more energized. You don't feel sluggish, and you just feel like you can get through the day and you can do more when you're eating healthy. I just know, because it's good for my body, it just makes me feel even better knowing that I'm putting in things into my body that are good for me. Eating to live rather than living to eat. Meditation, breathing exercises, and self-care activities has also helped me and has become a huge major thing for me. So I give myself about 10 minutes every morning to meditate and focus on my breath. I do some breathing exercises. Reading is also another good one. And all of these things have just helped me so much. I have seen a tremendous change in my mental health just within this past month. When you focus on problems, you get problems. When you focus on solutions, you get solutions. I was focusing too much on my problems. And so I was emotionally drained by the time I could figure out a solution for them, and nothing would ever be resolved because I was too busy focusing on the problem. It literally gets you nowhere. When you have a bad day, your morning starts off bad, and then you just kind of have like this bad attitude the rest of the day, and you're expecting bad things to happen because that one thing happened in the morning that just kind of sets you off for the rest of the day. You're expecting it and have that mindset and that attitude of like the rest of the day is just going to be shitty because the morning was. And so it ends up just creating more and more problems. Something bad happens, you immediately think of, okay, this happened, but how can I fix it? It basically like gives you back the control of your life, and the problems go away, and it just helps you to be happier. So that's another thing that I've learned. You will only grow when you are uncomfortable. This is something I have been living by all of 2022. A lot of stuff that I did this year was so uncomfortable. Most of the things I did this year, I didn't want to do. The only reason I did them is because I knew that this was going to help me to grow. And I don't want to be in the same place I was when I was 21 years old, when I was 24 years old, when I was 25. No, I want to grow. I want to be better. I want to evolve. And I have realized that and accepted that that is the only way that I can grow, is if I get uncomfortable. I put myself in uncomfortable situations and uncomfortable environments. My motto for this year is feel the fear and do it anyway. So I'm literally doing everything that's uncomfortable for me. Growth is uncomfortable, and sometimes it sucks, but that's literally the only way that you can grow. Doing things that are comfortable, you're never going to get anywhere in life. You already have this routine. Like, you know what feels good, you know what's comforting for you, but it kind of holds you down and keeps you from actually progressing in life because you're too scared to do anything. And this is me, like, basically just talking to myself when I was younger, because I didn't want to do anything unless I was comfortable with it. And I can't live my life like that. And so many opportunities and things have opened up for me just because I stepped out and I decided to do things that I was completely uncomfortable with. You are only going to grow if you are willing to feel awkward and uncomfortable. Whatever you do for the first time, obviously it's going to be poorly done. It's going to be trashed, probably, unless you're just like a natural expert. But there's nothing wrong with trying something. And when you try something, you may suck at it for the first time, but then you get better at it. And then you keep doing that thing, and then you get better at it, and you keep perfecting that craft, and you just get better and better, and you keep leveling up and elevating. And then you'll have like this new expanded comfort zone, which means that you are becoming a bigger person, or you have become a bigger person because you stepped out, because you got out of your comfort zone. When I feel uncomfortable, instead of like retreating back to this old way of thinking and like, oh, this makes me feel uncomfortable, I don't like it, I'm scared, I'm not good enough, blah, blah, blah. Instead, I just suppress those feelings, I push past it, and I do it anyway. You realize that you must be growing, you're doing something right, because you're doing something that you never thought you would do in a million years. And although it feels scary and it's uncomfortable and you don't like it, eventually you will, and you'll just look back like, damn, I just grew so much just because I never thought I would do that. But like, the fact that I have the courage to do this thing that I never in a million years thought I would do, I'm doing it, and that's gotta count for something. That's what I have learned and what I've been applying to my life this entire year, and what I'll continue to apply even more this upcoming year. Consistency surpasses everything, because if you look at it, someone who is talented is not guaranteed to succeed unless they are consistent. There could literally be somebody who is not nearly as talented as the next person, but they end up surpassing them and succeeding in all these different places in their life because they stayed consistent, versus the super talented one that just has so much potential, wasn't consistent enough with their craft, and so they really hadn't gotten anywhere because they just didn't put in the work and the effort and the consistency it takes to do it. But that person that's not as talented has put in all the work, has stayed consistent, and so they end up succeeding first, because consistency is literally everything. If you're not consistent with working out, you won't get anywhere. If you're not consistent with perfecting your craft, then it's just kind of like it doesn't develop. You don't grow as a artist, as a singer, as a fashion designer, as a model, whatever it is. Even with the YouTube channel, if you're not consistent with the YouTube channel, then the channel doesn't grow. So consistency is so important. I am still wanting to apply that to every part of my life, not only just a few things, but like consistent with music, consistent with writing, consistent with all aspects of my life. It really requires like this long-term commitment to repeatedly do the thing that gets you to the point where you'll achieve your goals, if that makes sense. Being consistent is literally the only way to win and to keep winning. So I am learning to just be consistent. I've seen what consistency does for my life, and I just know that it's literally the key to success. Another thing I learned is that the only person who is stopping you is you. I am in control of how far I want to get in life. I was the only one that was in my way. For a while, I had all of these excuses and I had people to blame. I'm just never taking accountability for my actions and for the reason that I am in the place, or that I was in the place that I was in. I've learned to take responsibility for my life and take control of my life, and to realize that I was the only thing in the way of my goals, of my dreams, of accomplishing these things, of creating opportunities for myself. It was me. It was not anybody else. Maybe certain situations in your life have made it tough for you to be able to move forward or to have access to certain things, but ultimately it's you. It's the person that you look at every single day in the mirror that is holding you back from stepping into the next phase of your life, stepping into something incredible, thriving and flourishing, and creating that life that you want for yourself. You have to do things in life that scare you, even if you feel unprepared, even if you feel like you have lack of resources, even if you feel like you're unqualified. That is the only way that you will grow and become closer to success. Like, you know, there's always going to be setbacks, but if you take all of the time in the world looking at everything that could go wrong, then it really just results in inaction and you stay stagnant. I think that's what I did when I relocated. I didn't know how I was even doing this, honestly. I just kind of took that leap of faith. I knew that I wanted to move. I knew that it was something I wanted to do. I wanted to get out and be in a new environment. And so I just kind of put myself in that position, and then I figured it out as I went along. And sometimes you have to do that. It forces you to think fast and figure out a solution, figure out something, because you're now in that position. So you have no choice but to figure it out. It's better to take a chance and fail rather than to just let life pass you by and never do it and stay in the same place. I am responsible for my own happiness, and just realizing that I am the only person that's in my way. I'm the only person that can stop me from getting where I want to be in life. Applying those things to my life every single day has really helped me in so many ways. Those are just some of the valuable lessons that I have learned this year. And yeah, we are almost to 2023, so it's insane. I can't believe I've already been on YouTube for a year. I thank y'all so much for following me and just being here with me and watching my videos and liking and commenting. I love each and every one of y'all that have been here since day one. Thank you so much. Comment down below some things that you have learned. I'd love to hear it. Or if you have something to add to what I already talked about, then comment that below too. I would love to hear from y'all. And yeah, I just wish you guys a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Yeah, let's put our foot on the gas this year and let's get the ball rolling. It's time to do something different. Let's go after our dreams. Let's get out of our comfort zones. Let's be great. Let's heal. Let's get our mental health right. And let's just kick ass all 2023. You can do it. We're in this together. Spread more love because the world needs more of it. I love y'all so much. Thank you for being here. And that's all I got for now. Until next time, bye. Your way, your way, your way.